Okay, okay, are we live? Setting up, setting up. Hold on. Am I live? Meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. Hello, hello. So this is gonna be interesting. I thought I would do these kind of videos on my different channel, my personal channel, but still I'm gonna do this on this Om Yoga channel. This is anyway my channel, but I've started doing these yoga things here, so I thought that I would do these a little bit more controversial topics on my personal channel, not to mix up these different things. But actually, I came to the conclusion that I have to do it here because I think we are living in weird times, and even though that I will most probably even offend some people. That's not my goal. I might lose some people because of this. It's fine. I still think it's needed. At least it's needed for me. For me personally, this is very important that I'm allowed to share openly. And me, as a yoga teacher, some consider me a yoga teacher. There are a lot of people who know who I am and follow what I do or what I say. So for many years, I haven't said anything because I've felt that, I don't know, it wasn't allowed. For one reason or another, it wasn't allowed. But I don't care anymore, and we should not care anymore because when we look at the world around us, it's crazy. And I will talk about topics that will be controversial, will be, we are going to have different opinions. And I'm going to use this first one. By the way, I'm doing this live on YouTube now, but it's unlisted, so no one will see this now. In the future, I want to do this live. So I just want to do this first one. It's kind of easier this way that I don't have a chat to follow or anything like that. It's just me rambling, blah, blah, blah here. Uh, but yeah, in the future, I want to do this live so that we can also have a discussion here. Um, so I will, I don't know where I was going, but I will most probably say things that you don't follow, you don't believe what I say, and that's fine. We live in a world where it seems like, hold on, I'm checking this. I have another microphone. I'm not recording. Okay, so I will push record now. So now I have a backup microphone here. I don't know if you see it on the screen, but yeah, it's just if there's some problem with the sound, I can fix it later with this sound file. Yeah, I will be speaking about topics that you might have a different view, and most probably you will. And I will use this first one that I do now. This is the first episode of this absolutely philosophy, which is an oxymoron. Uh, there is no absolute philosophy. But I'm gonna, the first episode, whatever, is going to be me talking about how, what's my philosophy. So this is kind of like a base which will influence everything I say afterwards, because you have to understand where I'm coming from. See, when we have different worldviews and we say things, we will misunderstand each other if we don't understand where this person comes from. So my worldview might be very different from your worldview, and you need to understand my worldview for you to understand me, or for you to at least try to understand what I'm saying, because there there will be, see, sometimes my cuts off, sometimes my microphone cuts off. Luckily, it's so loud that I can hear it. So, but if I repeat myself, it's because I can hear that the microphone is cutting off. I don't know if it's in the recording. So anyway, I don't want to edit these videos. That's why I'm doing this live. I want to record this live so I don't have to spend any more time with this, because when I end this, it's already there on YouTube. As long as they allow me to keep the content there. So where was I? Every time when I go to this, then I'm like, okay, where was I? I don't know. Anyway, let's start. I will start by preparing coffee. So this is gonna be a long one, by the way. This is the one that you can just when you're driving or you're whatever you're doing, washing your dishes, you're just walking outside in the fresh air, breathing deep. You can just listen to this, and it's gonna be a while, yeah. So I'm just gonna take my time. See, so if you need to have your content less than 60 seconds, bye bye. I don't agree with the world we live in. I don't agree with those types of things that if you don't have the attention span longer than a goldfish, then this is not for you. So bye bye. Yeah, but anyway, I was talking about before I continue. So all yogis who come to practice yoga with me, it's okay that we disagree about different things. It's okay. So let's not make it a problem. By the way, I'm not here to cause more division. It's vice versa. I'm trying to find a way how we can start to unite people rather than divide, even if we have different opinions, even if we see things differently. If you believe in the flu, I don't. The flu. I don't believe in the flu. But if you believe in the flu that's going on around the world and people wearing masks on their faces, if you believe in that, if you think it's good, that's fine. I don't believe in that. But I can share space with you. We can practice yoga together. We don't have to have the same beliefs. Okay? It's important that you understand where I'm coming from, because I'm very strong with my expressions. I like to express, it's not that I like, it's just who I am. I noticed during the years when I've been working as an educator and yoga teacher and fitness educator, again, I lost the microphone. When I'm doing all of those things, I've noticed during the years that I'm so strong with my expressions that people think that they need to don't believe me. It's very annoying that the microphone is doing that. I do not want this video. So it's okay that we think differently. It's very okay. Anyway, we're spending too much time here. So now I'm gonna prepare a coffee and I'm gonna play you some music. So this is gonna be a long stream. So like I said, you can just wash your dishes and listen to me ramble and also play some music to you. So I'm gonna share my screen like that, and so I'm here using Epidemic Sound, which is great. I use this for Yoga Funk as well, and I like this artist. I don't know how you say that, Ave Air. I don't know how you pronounce that in English. Air, something air. I don't know how you pronounce that. It doesn't matter. Great music. So let's play this. I'm gonna make some coffee. See you soon in a few minutes. Okay. So I hope the levels were okay. It was maybe a little bit loud, I don't know. Hopefully not too loud. I'm gonna keep sharing my screen because I'm gonna show you some things. Um, there's so many things to talk about. First of all, welcome to the Absolutely True Philosophy, which is, like I said, oxymoron, meaning that there is no true philosophy, like I said. And this is by me, Jocke, aka the Dude. And that's the first thing I want to talk about. That's also why I'm doing this. So some people consider me as a yoga teacher, and they want me to be their teacher, for instance. And I agree, understand that. But I have said many times that not a yoga teacher, and I want to explain that first. Why I consider myself not to be a yoga teacher is because I don't like to belong into any boxes. So when I'm the yoga teacher, then people think I am a certain way, and then they have this restricted, narrow idea who I am. And I feel very different from that. And like many know already, I don't follow the traditional practice like I used to, like I used to be Mr. Astanga here in Estonia, because we had the first Astanga yoga school here, and we did a lot of work with Astanga, and we preached a lot of Astanga. We were practicing and teaching the traditional method. We got involved with the traditional method. We got included into Lino Miele's Astanga Yoga Research Institute. We were deeply in that system. Not anymore. Because we were not allowed to continue that path and me do yoga funk, which is a creative funk concept that or a project for me that I'm still doing after 9 years. But that wasn't okay for people in the Astanga community, and that's fine. And that was the best thing for me because I do not belong into that box or any box. So I have claimed that I'm not a yoga teacher. I'm not. I'm just the dude. A dude, the dude, whatever. A dude. And that's how you should consider me. Yes, I've been practicing Astanga Yoga for 15 years. I've been teaching it since we started our yoga school here, the first version of that yoga school, January 2nd of 2007. Before that, I was teaching fitness yoga in a fitness studio, Sats yoga. I don't know when I started, 2005 or I think somewhere there. So, or 6. Probably 5, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just a dude. I think I understand yoga quite well. Not in the level of the intellectual blah blah blah. I'm not interested of intellectual blah blah blah. I'm interested of the real method, which is the practice, the practical method, and that's what I teach. That's what I share. So in a way, I teach many things very traditionally. But anyway, let's continue. This is not the topic of this video. But so I'm the dude. And because I'm just a dude, that's why it's important for me to do what I'm doing now, to share what I think, because people, when they think of me as the teacher, I think it's better I think it's better that you know who I am. Then you can choose. If I lose you because of what I'm saying now, that's fine. I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude. Okay. Let's get into. I'm trying to do this very authentic. How do you say it? With authenticity. I'm so fed up with the fake world. It's such bullshit world. I'm gonna try to keep my language more or less okay, but this world is such garbage in many ways that I can't stand it. and I need to speak out. That's one reason I'm doing this. This is like therapy for me, because if I don't express these things, it just hurts me. Disclaimer: nothing I say here should be taken as true or as advice. I'm just sharing my thoughts. I don't think you should follow me or anyone else, but to think for yourself. That's what I've been saying so much. Think for yourself. Don't follow anyone. Do not follow me. Do not follow anyone else. Find your truth. Live your truth and speak your truth. That's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to do what I think is the correct thing to do. I don't care if you don't like it. I will still do it. But remember, this is a disclaimer, because this is very important. I'm not doing this to try to influence you. I'm not trying to get you to do what I do. I'm not trying to make you think as I think. That's important for you to understand. I want you to be you. And I want everyone to let everyone be who they are. So also myself, let me be me. And let's share space even if we think differently. What do we observe? I think, from my perspective, the world is upside down. It's insane. The flu, when it started to come in the spring, I knew it right away. I made a video about that as well. Like, I started to post to Facebook certain things because I was having fun with this topic, because I saw through it before anyone talked about it being a pandemic or scamdemic or whatever. I already then, like many others, knew that this is off. This is not, there's something off here. This is wrong. This is not true. And now there's a lot of people who see that. And I think it's important because, like I said, it's not about division. I'm not here to divide. I'm here to unite. Even if you are a believer. Even if you are a believer of the flu, it's important that we don't fight, that we can share space, that we can have a grown-up approach to this. So I know I get involved emotionally, and I know I'm going to explain this during this video now. This is the topic of this video. We should not fight, because that division that has been created, it's been made purposefully. It's easier to control us when we are divided. Divide and conquer, or whatever it is. Divide and conquer, is that? So I can say whatever, politics, the fact that people, all small businesses are being killed by everyone being locked down, it's insane. It's the way that the world has been, or is being controlled because of a flu. It's insane. And the topic of this video is not the flu, but what we do observe is that everything is weird. It's so weird that I've been really seriously thinking about what's going on. How is it possible? And there are many people who are involved with this topic, and they are really in the topic. They are in this side of the they are in this camp, this side, or they are on the other side. And I'm also on one side, in the side of the truth, which means, from my perspective, is that this is a false situation. This is a false world, and this is a false situation, manipulated situation. But now, if I attack you, or if I make you wrong and myself right, I'm still creating the division. I know I'm right. From my perspective, I know, but I can't know that you are not right from your perspective. It's sounding crazy now, and it's going to get even crazier. Just listen. My claim, nothing is real. That's my claim. Nothing is real in this world. So this whole world we see, and the flu, the moon landing. Did we land to the moon? Of course not. 69. Look at those videos. I don't have them here. I don't have them queued up so I could show them. I will eventually. But I'm claiming the moon landing is fake. Okay, you can say a conspiracy, blah, blah, blah. Let's not go there. But there's so many things in this world that we can now see that are not right. Don't get stuck on the moon landing now. Don't get stuck there. You can just objectively look at the world and see, do you think that the world seems natural? Do you think that the world seems normal? Like, look at the presidential selection, not election, selection in US. Do you think that that's normal? The characters you see there, it's like it's reality TV. Seriously, it's scripted reality TV. And so, from my perspective, when I look at the world, the absurdities of the world, it's like I'm living in children's imagination, something like that, and I'm a grown up, and I'm like, fuck this, sorry, but shit, this is like awful. It doesn't make any sense. This is totally crazy. Like, how can people believe this shit? 9/11. So a guy in a cave, a bearded guy in a cave on the other side of the world, had this idea. Hey, I have an idea. Let's hijack these planes and fly them into where could World Trade Center and Pentagon. What a great idea. And they did that, and they were successful with that, flying a plane in the Pentagon, but you can't find the plane. And Pentagon should be the safest place in the world. These buildings falling down at like the same rate as you would drop a bowling ball. It just falls down. Building 7, that's like, there's so many things that are off. And I live in a world where people believe this. What's going on? What's going on? So my claim is nothing is real. And I'm going to use this video and I'm going to try to explain why that crazy idea is not that crazy. Okay? So I'm going to start here. Maya. So Maya is a term which in Sanskrit means magic or illusion. A fundamental concept in Hindu philosophy. Maya originally denoted the magic power with which a god can make human beings believe in what turns out to be an illusion. By extension, it later came to mean the powerful force that creates the cosmic illusion that the phenomenal world is real. Okay? So this is a very old concept, a very old idea that the world, the actual physicality, the reality we live in is not real. And see, I come to this discussion from this point of view. Like I said, I because of what I see in the world, I have come to this conclusion. I've known these thoughts for a long time. But I think now it's showing itself. It's showing that things are very off. Things are not natural. Things are not real. So when we go into this idea, hold on, did I have another one here? Hold on. No, it's the same one. Okay. Let's turn that off. All traditions have talked about this for thousands of years, that what is reality? And I'm going to give you other ideas to support that. Kleshas, 5 kleshas, the causes of suffering in Hinduism. Again, I'm not following Hinduism. I don't believe anything. I don't follow anyone, anything. I'm just gonna present this as evidence that I'm not the only one thinking these crazy thoughts. So klesha in Sanskrit, causes of its meaning poison. These are the 5 things that causes suffering. First one, ignorance in the form of misapprehension about reality. It's the fact that we think that this is real, that physicality, material is real. That's the first reason for suffering, and that creates other reasons, It's like following. Then is egoism. So we start to think that this one is real. This is Jocke, the character, is real. So when I say nothing is real, it means I am not real. The character, the dude, is not real. There's one aspect of me that is real, and I'm going to talk about that. So the world is false, you are false, and then we have the next logical step from here is that when I think I'm real, then I start to attach myself into things. I want this, I want that. When I have this, that, and that, then I'm happy. That's the problem about our life. See, we are materialistic. This worldview that's around is materialistic. When I get these things, then I'm happy. Because we are nothing than just this physical, biological thing. Attachment or aversion. Aversion is what we don't like, dislike, what we want to get rid of. So certain things we attach ourselves to. I attach myself to my kids. Like now I have 2 children. I'm a father. That's something that creates this character. Me being a father is an important part of my character. But I realize that the character is not real. I don't have children. I have children living in my house. I have children who came to our life, but they are not my children. And the physical aspect of us is not real. That's what I'm trying to say. I know it sounds weird. But then these all conclude, what comes after is the fear of death, because this is real, the character is real, this biological thing here needs to be protected. And that's the problem now, fear of death. I'm going to have a sip of coffee, hold on. Nom, nom, nom. So, fear of death is a problem. Sorry. The fear of death is a problem here. We have that fear of death, fear of death, because most of you think that you are physical beings. That you are, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take that one now. Materialism. Matter is a fundamental substance in nature, and that all things, including mental state and consciousness, are results of material interactions. So materialism is the problem here. The problem is that that's why we have fear of death, because we think this is real. This is what the Hindus knew a long time ago. And many different traditions, right? I'm just giving some examples. Again, not following any religions. I'm not religious. Or I don't follow anything. Nothing. I just think for myself. But the problem is that we think that this material is the fundamental. Which this material, meaning our brains, create consciousness. See, I and many others think the other way around. Consciousness creates this world. Consciousness creates everything. Now, I will say creates quote unquote because I think nothing is real. So, matter, as we think matter is this here, I don't think that exists. So, that's the logical conclusion of of an idea that uh, we are fundamentally consciousness. See, I don't think something can be created from nothing. I do not think something can be created from nothing, like Big Bang. Big Bang here. This is so funny. This is so funny. The Big Bang. So 13.8 billion years ago, nothing exploded. I'm not reading this too much text, but you can just check it out later if you want. So basically, what people think is that nothing exploded. Nothing exploded into something. Also, space was created with this explosion. There is no nothing. That includes, there's no space. People actually think that the universe, it's not infinite, right? You understand that? It's not, it's finite. So the universe ends here, somewhere. So what's beyond it? You know, when we're kids, we ask these questions. Like, I don't get it. I'm 46 years old. I still don't get it. So what's outside of this something? Nothing? Where is this something? In nothing? Like, what are you saying? There was a big bang, like the name implies. Maybe not. Nowadays they probably twist this so many different ways. But still, things started expanding rapidly. High heat expansion, and then it starts to cool down, and then gravity somehow magically starts to pull things together. Have you heard of entropy? Have you ever seen anything explode and then the outcome eventually is order? You will not ever see that. So if something breaks down, it will not come together ever without intelligent design, someone doing it. So I break this, I can build it, but it's me who builds it. Okay? But so my view of this is that when we think about materialism, is that I think this is false, and we are consciousness, and consciousness is absolute. Let's say we can call it God. I'm not religious, but if you're religious, I don't have anything against you. If you're not religious, I don't have anything against you. But if you're a materialist, then you live in a very shallow world, and it's not logical. I'm going to claim it's not logical at all. Because I will have evidence to prove that. But first, let's take a break. Let's just take a break now. I'm gonna play you a song just to take it easy, and I have time to drink my coffee a little bit. I'm just gonna sit here, drink my coffee, listen to the song with you, and go through my thoughts so I can continue this. See, this is like a radio show, or this is a podcast. No, it's not. It's just me talking. But let's go here and play another song. Enjoy. I'm gonna actually turn the camera off for a moment. If I can. Yes, I can hear. Boom. Okay. So yeah, this epidemic sound is cool. This is what I use for yoga funk nowadays, and you can search for different using different genres or moods and stuff like that. So it's really great. I think I'm gonna play one more song today. This one is really good. But yeah, so materialism is the problem from my perspective, and it's not logical. And like I said, I think nothing is real in the physical sense, and this is kind of the proof for that. This is one proof that we can use, in my opinion, to to demonstrate that there's more going on than this material world. So this is the double slit experiment. Double slit. Here is the word. You can Google this. I don't know if you can see my cursor. Double slit. So they shoot these electrons through in towards this plate, and it has two slits here. I hope you can see my mouse. And then they have this screen behind, and they see what they can see. So first of all, the logical conclusion would be that, okay, you shoot these electrons, some particles, when they fly through, they will hit the plate, or they will fly through a gap, this slit or the other, A or B. Let's say we have A and B. So then we would, of course, think that there's two stripes behind here, that there are two places where these particles hit. But when they did this experiment, I think it was about 100 years ago. I can't remember exactly. The first time they did this, something like 100 years ago. And what they saw was odd, because they just shot these electrons randomly, and what they saw was this interference pattern. They were thinking that they see two of these stripes, but they saw this kind of a pattern. It was one in the middle, and then this. It comes from waves. But microphone, don't do that. So work, please. I don't know if my phone creates some interference there. But anyway, so then what they did then, they started to individually shoot these electrons through, and still they got this pattern, because they thought that when the electrons or whatever particles they're shooting through, that they hit each other and then they fly all over the place and create this interference pattern. But then they did it individually, and they still got the same result. Then they were confused. They started to they started to look. They had a camera, I think, that they placed there, and they shot individually. But then they saw that, okay, now we hit the plate. Now we went through the A. Now we hit the plate, through A, plate B, A, B, plate, and so on, randomly. When they shoot, they can't see where, they can't like shoot it into a specific direction. They will go everywhere. I don't know exactly. I'm not a physicist, but physicists will probably agree with me here. You can look into it. So when they recorded it, they saw where it went through. And what they then saw on the screen was two stripes. So when they didn't look, they had these interference patterns that you can see on the screen. When they looked, they saw two stripes. So in a way, the electron that was flying through noticed that, okay, I'm being recorded. Consciousness has the information where I went through, and then it acts in a different way. It has to be real. It has to go in that position. Think about that. So if the information is not collected, you get the interference pattern. If consciousness has the ability, you don't even have to look at the information. But if it's recorded, it means that I can later go and look into the material, the data, where it went through, and it will. I can't speak. If it's recorded, it changes the behavior. That's interesting. So it's gives evidence from my perspective. This gives evidence that consciousness is the key here. Consciousness creates the result. So consciousness, from my perspective, I'm not claiming the physicists think like this. I am claiming that physical reality we experience, I think we create it. The physical reality, which is not real, is done by us, consciousness, somehow. And that's interesting. And this is what I'm going to be philosophizing. Philosophize? Let's call it a word. I have really difficulty speaking now, and I have light coming. The sun is shining there. It messes up the light, but it doesn't matter. So, I think nothing is real, but the fundamental aspect of reality is consciousness, which is absolute. Let's call it God. Let's not. It's not the good word, because that will create different ideas. So I don't follow any belief system. I don't believe in a God that I don't believe in a God of a story that we people created. So I do believe in God in a sense that we can see intelligent design, which is not explained by evolution. There is no. So when you believe that if you have, I don't know how this was described, but let's say if I have a million monkeys and I have a million years or a billion years, and they have a typewriter, that they could create anything intelligent like Shakespeare randomly. If you actually think something like that, it makes you crazy. From non-intelligence, not intelligent beings like monkeys with a typewriter, and they actually have some intelligence, they will not create Shakespeare by accident. And if you look at the world we live in, how perfect it is, that doesn't happen by accident. If you look at the wind in creating these sand dunes, are they dunes? I don't know, these sand things. You never see wind create a sand castle. Never, ever. Even if I give you trillion, 100 billion, trillion years, wind will never create a sand castle. It requires intelligence. When I look at the world, the natural world, not the shit plastic world we created, but the natural world, it's so perfect that there is some intelligence behind it. No, it's not, from my perspective, a God sitting on a cloud and created heaven and whatever. It's I don't believe stories like that. But I'm not saying that there aren't any truths in those stories. There's a lot of good truths in it. But I just can't take the story. I just can't take him like seriously. Because we created it. And people are people. Okay. Advaita Vedanta. um, non-duality. So duh, 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 duh. The term Advaita refers to the idea that Brahman alone is ultimately real. The phenomenal transient world, so this impermanent world, is an illusory appearance, Maya, of Brahman. And the true self, Atman, is not different from Brahman, meaning that we are part of that consciousness. That's how I see it. So we are that consciousness divided into microphone work. We are this consciousness divided. Come on. We are this consciousness divided into smaller pieces of consciousness. This is the character Jocke, and this character has that consciousness. So that consciousness is within me. So I'm a walking being. Come on, microphone. I'm this walking, talking being here in the world. The microphone is totally messing this up. And I have that consciousness, and I have the power to create. And that's why I think that we should not fight. I don't think, see, I was talking about the two these against these. Even though this could be more true than that, this is still in the level of the illusion. See, from my perspective, I can say that the flu is not true. It's manipulated. People are manipulating. It's obvious when you look at it. But see, this whole world, our whole existence is not true. Everything is an illusion. So it doesn't matter if I fight for the good. See, like non-duality here. Not two. That's what non-duality means. Not two, or one undivided, without the second. Non-dualism primarily refers to a mature state of consciousness in which this is the difficult word for me to say, dichotomy of I, other, is transcended. And awareness is described as centerless and without dichotomies. So not opposites. See, this world we live in, I said that this is going to be philosophical, and I'm the yoga teacher, quote unquote, I'm the dude, so that's why I think it's okay for me to talk about these themes here on my channel. World is dualistic. It's the opposites. It's the masculine, the feminine. It's the night and day, up and down, hot and cold. Everything we have here is based on these opposites. Everything. Microphone, please. Please, microphone. Work with me, please. I get pissed off. I'm gonna start screaming and break my laptop. Let go. It's all an illusion, Jocke. It's all an illusion. See, this is how this world functions. It seems like this world wants you to believe it. I know it sounds crazy. Makes sense to me though. This, whatever this is, this experience, which is not real, wants us to believe that it is real. So it doesn't really matter if you believe in this or that. It doesn't really matter. Just believe. Just believe in something that it's real. And that's how I went along with that. When I saw the flu, I was like, oh shit, this is false. This is not true. And I started speaking. I still think it's important for us to speak in the level of this character. It's important because I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm not going to take the vaccine. See, the only way I will take the vaccination is by several people, strong people, forcefully doing it to me. There's no other way. No other way. So that's important for the character. But see, like I said, it's all an illusion. Even the true, quote unquote true, is an illusion. So I think that's why I'm doing this, because I want to speak to all of you, also those who don't see things like I see it. What if what I'm saying is true? Because there's plenty of evidence showing that consciousness seems to be fundamental. What if consciousness is fundamental? And I will play one more song and then I will finish with that. Okay? This one is good. Let's listen to this one. 4 minutes. You can also breathe through this. Let's do this as a breathing practice. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Control the breath in your throat. Inhale. Exhale. Just notice your breath as you do this. Don't think about anything. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Out. In. Exhale. Long exhalation. Hold the breath. A few seconds. Inhale. Exhale. In. Love it. Great. So what if, let's stop sharing. Let's be like this now. So I hope the sound has been more or less okay. I know this is a little bit of a random video. These are all going to be like this because I don't have a script. I just have some ideas I want to talk about, but I'm just gonna free flow like this. And I haven't done a lot of this lately, so it's not that fluent. So I get stuck and I'm like too much in my mind, and it's not so free yet. But it is what it is. I let it go. It's fine. It's fine. So, what if the materialist worldview is not correct, and the fundamental aspect of this existence of ours is consciousness? That this duality that we experience here is like a dream. That's my view nowadays, because this reality shows me that. It shows me that by, see, the amount of evidence we have towards something, and still most people don't see it, kind of gives me the idea that, okay, there must be something else going on in addition to the manipulation, in addition to people bluntly lying. There must be more than that going on. And there must be something in this reality that is going on. So I'm kind of playing with the ideas like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add this video into a certain playlist. I don't know, the absolutely true philosophy or whatever it's going to be. Who knows? Maybe I change the name every day. It's going to be in this playlist, these videos where I talk about these crazy things. Other things as well will be. In this YouTube channel, you will find playlists for different things, because this will become my website eventually. I will explain that soon. So I'm kind of playing with thoughts like, maybe there are different realities. Could that be possible? Of course it can be. So, because now, if you think about what I'm claiming nothing to be real here. And this is fundamentally just consciousness creating this. We are part of that. We are also creating it. But there's something beyond us, something greater than us. It's the absolute consciousness. We are just a small part of that absolute consciousness. So this absolute consciousness is fundamental. It's everything that is, and it's imagining this. So is it possible that when we think about the actual physical reality we are in, that there are different realities? Of course it's possible. If what I'm claiming is correct, then what I'm experiencing here is only my own. This is my reality. And you might coexist in this reality, but you have your own. So did we land on the moon? Well, I've never been there, so there's no way. It's not a reality for me. It's just a light in the sky for me. There's nothing. I can't validate anything, so it can be anything. If I would go there, I would then create something. And I think collectively we create something here. That's why I think it's important that we start to talk about things, because if you collectively only create fear, you're going to create a messed up world. You're going to create a world that is not good. Not that it has much meaning, probably. So what I'm saying kind of points to this existence here not being that important. It might be important, but it might not be. meaning that it might be just an experience. Why we have this experience, I don't know. I don't think the absolutes. See, if consciousness. See, this is one problem I have. Let's say Tom Campbell, who talks about virtual reality and talks about. He also talks about consciousness being the computer, and the consciousness, in his view, is uh, us experiencing this world. He talks about two aspects: love and fear, and I do agree. Love unites. Love makes things grow. Love creates babies. Love is is something that grows. Fear is something that breaks down. We need both. We need both, in my opinion. We need both. It's a dualistic nature. We need to have growth and breaking down. But he kind of talks about the fact that consciousness is evolving. I don't believe in that. I think consciousness is absolute. I don't think, I think this is just consciousness. I am consciousness. There is nothing else, from my perspective, than consciousness. This is absolute. But me being here this is my personal world and my personal experience. I know this sounds crazy. I know. Trust me, I know. I'm not insane though. I'm just open-minded enough to be able to think these thoughts. I think you should too, because there is clearly evidence for this. Just ask yourself, where did this come from? Where did this come from? How did it come here? when you really, really think about it, you start to realize that I have no idea. What's the initial thingy that creates something from nothing? You tell me. See, we can make babies, but we can't make it out of nothing. There has to be the man and the woman uniting. Things happen, but it's copying. It's not creating from nothing. We copy ourselves. So I want to end with this idea that I think, from my perspective, if consciousness is fundamental, and if I am part of that consciousness, what I'm saying is we can create. We can create something out of nothing. We can't do that. I think even the absolute can't do that. That's why I say that there is nothing. Nothing is real. It's just an imagination. It's just a dream. It's virtual. It's whatever you want to, whatever words you want to say, call this with, describe it with. A dream, imagination, virtual. I don't like the idea of virtual because it implies we have a computer. I don't think there is a computer. This existence, it seems very real, but I think it's not that rigid. Collectively, we make it rigid. And when we collectively are afraid of a virus, we kind of make it real, collectively. So I'm just going to ask you now. No one is watching it, probably. I know, but there's maybe some freaks who are interested in these things. So, have you experienced what, like, I'm just gonna say how I experienced when nowadays when I live in Sawa here. Come on, stop work, okay? What I experience here is when I take the train from Saue to the city, if I go to Tallinn, even when I go into the train, eventually I start to feel, I feel headache, I feel my lungs, I don't feel good. It's not real. I'm picking up energies from people, fearful people who are afraid of a flu. I'm experiencing their fear and manifesting it into my body. Not as real disease, but as a feeling in my body. When this springtime, when we were in the forest, that was best spring I've ever had. Ever, ever, ever. It was the best. It's the flu spring. It was amazing to be in the forest with my family, making bonfires, and it was perfect. It was just amazing. When we came to the city, we drove to Helsinki, took the ferry to Estonia. When we came to Helsinki, I felt sick. I felt really bad. I was like, what's going on? And it's been really interesting to notice that. So I don't think we should do that if we want to live as free beings. In this level, if we want to have some experience of freedom, expansion, love, something good, we should not create fear. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm speaking out. That's why I'm okay to, in your view, to be insane. That's fine. That's fine. My message is be insane, because if you are part of that, and by that I mean the world we see around us, that's fucking insane. That's totally insane. Look at the media. Look what media is pushing. The vaccination, like 95%, 99%, 95%, whatever. It's just dumb. It's stupid. Like, come on. The movie is coming out about the flu. How quickly they do things. It's insane. It's such a manipulation. It's such shit. Miley Cyrus on a wrecking ball, naked on a wrecking ball. That's what we feed our children. This is what a woman is like. No, 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 Miley. No, 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 no. Gender issues. Come on. Like, there's so many things that are upside down. Why do we live in a world where it's not okay to be a white heterosexual man? Do I have to apologize that I'm a white man and I don't hate myself? I'm not superior at all. I don't feel superior. I'm just a white man. Not white, but, you know. See, I don't agree with this world. This is a messed up world. But I want to also bring the other aspect, the other depth into this discussion. Let's speak our truth, and let's let other people speak their truth. Let's not attack anyone, because this division is what someone wants. So now the question, Jocke, where do you get that idea that there is someone, like, who is doing what? Like, I'm confused. Well, you're talking about consciousness, you're talking about this false world, and then you're talking about this manipulation. So who's manipulating? What's this all that you're talking? What's these crazy conspiracies you're talking about, not going to the moon? It's so obvious that we didn't go. From my perspective, in this reality I'm living in, we did not go to the moon. And that's an interesting thought, because if that's the case, if they lied about that, oh damn, what does it mean then? But or 9/11. What does it mean? Interesting. Who are they? I don't know. And I'm not really that interested, because they have no power over me. They can fuck up the world how much they want. The important aspect here is that I will not play your game. And I will say no to your game, the manipulation that someone is doing here. I just say no to it. I say no to the mask. I say no to the vaccination. But I'm not fighting you. No, I don't need to fight. I just say no, that's it. But it seems like there is a group of people. Who they are, I don't care. There seems to be a group of people who knows how this works, who understands the nature of our reality, and they use it in their advantage. That's how I see it. So someone knows how this works. There is archetypal good and evil, by the way. I do believe in that. There is good and evil. So there is something like that going on as well. And some people choose the so-called evil path, the darkness. Some choose the light path. So for me, by the way, I'm always looking where the camera is. I don't know where I'm looking at. So if I look off, that's because I can't see the camera. For me, I would choose light. It's just more of that resonates with me. Doing the right thing, doing the good thing. I think there is some truth in that. See, in this dualistic world, like I said, the word of the opposite, both are needed. But I don't feel I want to go the path of darkness, even though I like darkness. I go there every night. I go outside and walk in the forest, in the dark forest. I love it. It's the feeling of, it's dark and I don't know what's in here. It feels good. But I always choose, nowadays, I choose good. I choose the right. I can't always do it. I'm just a human being. Or am I? Okay, that was random, I think. Let's play one song and I'm going to end with this. And I hope someone was interested of this, and comment below if you actually watched it. Let's go here. Enjoy this track and then I say bye. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. We have to learn to breathe. Don't be afraid. People are afraid to breathe. Inhale. You are the creator of your world. Don't be afraid. Inhale. Fuck it. Be ready to die anytime. I'm ready to die today. Inhale. I'm not afraid. Exhale. Because I'm not afraid to wake up in the morning. Exhale. See, when I'm dreaming, inhale and exhale. When the morning comes, the sun starts to shine. Inhale. I start to wake up. I'm not afraid. Exhale. Nowadays, people are afraid to breathe. Go into the city and just experience what's going on around you. What do you feel? You feel fear. You don't feel people being like, no, they don't do that. We can. Inhale. Exhale. Also, other people are your enemies. They might kill you. No, they don't. Inhale. Exhale. Let's not be afraid. No fear. Fuck it. I love that. Fuck it. It's one of my mantras. Fuck it. When you get, tied up, fuck it. That's what I teach you. Don't listen to me, right? Remember the disclaimer. Think for yourself. Inhale. And when I say I don't wear a mask, I don't vaccinate, you do what you want to do. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Great. So, would you like me to make a Spotify playlist? I can do that with these songs. Also, I can create this nice playlist that you can listen to and breathe through and experience non-fear. So, comment below. So, subscribe to this channel. This video was part of a playlist. It's where I am honest. I am this crazy person, the dude who just talks about crazy shit. What I see outside is craziness. I will speak about it, not because I want to create more division, but because I want to just show it, look at it, and try to maybe bring another aspect to this discussion, because there's so much of this us against you thing. So that's not correct. We are not supposed to fight. Division is not the idea. It's important to speak your truth. Create boundaries when you need to. But then back off. Don't fight. Observe. This is a game. This is not true. This is not real. This is not real. That's my view now. And this is the absolutely true philosophy. I might change my mind. I might be wrong. And the flu is like crazy dangerous and will kill us all. I might be wrong. But I don't think I am. But anyway, so I'm not fighting you. I'm not making fun of you. I just want to express this and yeah, I don't know. It's important for me. I can get it out from me, and I can, when I do these monologues here, and maybe eventually I will do these live so we can have discussion as well, talk about different topics. It's I don't know what I was going to say. It's important for me. I need to get it out there, so then I can feel. It's therapy for me. It's just like that. So yeah. Oh, the channel. I'm gonna have different playlists. It's gonna be yoga funk, Ashtanga yoga, whatever. I'm not quite sure how I build it yet. And also the description of the video is always important. Always check out the description, because there might be something important there. So I'm gonna lose the website. So our website is, I will show you. Share screen. This one. Boom. So let's just take this page and go to om.3os.yoga, like this. OOOM. OOOM. What's going on here? Oh, they have updated something again. Thank you. This is now a perfect example. So they have updated something in SiteGround, that's where our website is located at. Warning, whatever. This is why I'm losing this website. So in May, that's when this hosting service ends. Like, that's how long I paid it for. It ends in May. And when May comes, I'm not gonna have a website, because I'm so tired of doing anything like this. Like, now I have to figure out what's wrong there, because they updated something. So I'm out of this, and in May, all of this website, om.yoga or jokkesalokorpi.yoga, they will be directed into the YouTube account, because I'm so tired of doing this work with the computer. I'm very okay doing this, just opening the laptop and speaking to you. I can do it even with my mobile. I can just take this and talk to YouTube, and it's gonna be there. Okay, YouTube is part of, in my view, the evil thing in this world. Facebook, I'm done with that. I'm out from there. Google and YouTube is Google. Probably mostly quite evil. They say there's censorship. This is crazy. I don't agree with the world where people are not allowed to speak. So these topics that I'm talking about, this will be censored. This will be influenced. This will be shadow banned, or even I might even get a strike for speaking like this. This is the world we live in. So there is no free world anymore. It's upside down, like I said. So eventually I will also go out from YouTube, most probably. There's different websites that are being built now. One is Lighthouse, which is interesting. So when something like that is up and running and we can see that it works, I will move everything there. But then you can always find us with our website, the domain, because the domain will always stay. I will just direct it into different places. So for now, in May, if nothing better has come, I will use YouTube. So yeah, our YouTube account or the YouTube channel is, hold on, youtube.com/om not om.yoga, but om yoga. It's this one. So here you have playlists, but I haven't fixed this yet. So I will make better playlists here, and then everything will be here. You can find everything. Every news will be here. Everything will be here. Okay. Very good. Thank you very much. And remember, I'm not attacking you. I'm not making fun of you. Do your own thinking. Don't believe me. Do your own thinking. Don't follow me. Create your own path. Find your truth and walk your path. Simple. But of course, subscribe to our YouTube account. Thank you and bye-bye. Now, how do I end it? Here, I think.